Today, I want to talk about how to sustainably start your business while you're still employed. My name is Jana, and I am an entrepreneur, I'm a business coach, and I'm also the creator of Bedside Business Plan, which is a guided journal for aspiring entrepreneurs. So, if you're someone who's working in a corporate career and you've landed here, chances are that you have a business idea that you can't stop thinking about. Maybe you're lying awake at night in your bed and just dreaming of a different reality for yourself. Or perhaps you're actually in a space where you're feeling pretty burnt out and pretty overwhelmed in your corporate career, and you want a different life for yourself. You know you want to work for yourself, but you're just not sure how to get started and how to work on something in a way that's going to be sustainable. So I have 5 tips that I want to share with you today to really help you feel grounded as you start walking your entrepreneurial path. So, number one, I say this to every single entrepreneur I work with, and really anyone who I come into contact with who wants to start a business. But I always tell them to make their well being their highest priority. And even I like to say, make yourself part of your business plan. So, the reason I share this is because so often when it comes to building a new business, we can just hit the ground running because there's so much excitement and there's so much energy around this new idea. But what I often see people doing is running so fast with their business ideas that they end up building their business at the expense of themselves. And the reality is, you are the foundation of the business that you're going to be building. And if you are not well nourished and your well being is not your priority, I don't actually think your business can reach its highest and full potential. So, again, point number one is to really make yourself part of your business plan and clarify what your needs are, especially early on. If you are working 9 to 5 and you're also trying to build a business, how do you need to take care of yourself in that experience? What are different practices and rituals and experiences that are going to nourish you and replenish your energy? And, what do you need in terms of your calendar and spaciousness and time off? So, are there certain non negotiables like, going to family gatherings or getting enough sleep at night that are really important for you to maintain and honor as you start to build this business and look to transition over time out of your corporate career and into entrepreneurship? The second thing I want you to consider as you start your business is to put your energy where you feel most energized. I feel with so many new entrepreneurs, it is so tempting to try to do everything at once. Maybe you relate to that. Maybe you're trying to do a million things at once and it feels really overwhelming. Or maybe you're someone where you feel really stagnant and stuck because you just don't know where to start. And if that is you, again, I just recommend putting your energy where you feel energized. So you might be thinking a lot about the vision for your company or your future as an entrepreneur. And if that's the case, I actually recommend creating a beautiful vision board for yourself so that you can really start to visualize that future and have it come to life in a way that you can look at every day and, see right before your eyes. Or maybe what's feeling really energized to you is the branding. I know a lot of people love beautiful graphic design and beautiful brands. So maybe your first step is to start to play around with logos or the name of your company or its color palette, right? Start where you feel best and put that energy where you feel energized. So the third thing to think about is, what are your boundaries and how will you commit to them, right? Do you have boundaries around your time, right? When you will work your 9 to 5 and when you will work on your business and then when you're going to take time off? Do you need to have boundaries in terms of the conversations that you have? So I know early on it can be really tempting to tell everyone about your beautiful business idea, but I actually recommend keeping it more private in the beginning and being really discerning about who you tell and who you share your business idea with, because I think there will be people who are really supportive. There will be people who are sort of constructively critical in ways that can maybe support us and help us, right? Constructive feedback. And then there are just people who will be naysayers who, maybe don't think it's possible for you to become an entrepreneur. So it's really important for you to clarify what those boundaries are going to be around your time, around your conversations, maybe even boundaries around your finances so that you can make sure that you are perhaps saving enough money so that you have a good cushion when you become an entrepreneur. all those good things. But again, thinking about boundaries and how you're going to honor them in the early days is so important. So number 4, the fourth thing to think about here is really making a schedule for yourself. So I always invite new entrepreneurs to think about, if anything were possible, by when do you want to become a full-time entrepreneur? Maybe it's 6 months from now, maybe it's a year from now. The timeline doesn't really matter, but getting clear for yourself on when you want to become an entrepreneur, and then realistically how much time you're going to spend on your business from now until then is super critical. And again, think about your weekly schedule, think about your monthly schedule, and where you can block off time to work on your business and also make sure that you are uninterruptible. This is one of the most important things to do with your time. It's one of the most important things to block off in your calendar. And also it's important to let your partner know or your families know when you're going to be unavailable because you are pouring energy into your new endeavor. So my last piece of advice here, point number 5, when it comes to starting a business sustainably, is don't go it alone, right? Please don't do entrepreneurship alone. It is not something that's meant to be done by yourself. It's actually something to be done in a community and within a support network and a support system. So think about how you can create this beautiful support ecosystem for yourself as you look to start your business, right? Maybe people in your personal life, like your partner or your parents or even a close friend, are going to be sort of like your confidant and the person that you trust to tell about this business idea. And they can in turn understand, maybe some of your time boundaries, right? Or some of your schedule boundaries, because this is such an important endeavor for you. Or maybe, and I actually recommend this, getting a business mentor, connecting with a business mentor, connecting with a business coach, or even being part of some entrepreneurial meetup group that will help you stay committed to your business idea over time, right? And help you make connections with people who could really support you and what it is that you're trying to do. So really think about how you're going to build your business in a way where you're not isolated, but rather you are surrounded really holistically by the right support. So those are my 5 tips to sustainably start a business. And if you're someone who is just, again, in those early stages and you're not really sure where to begin, or you're feeling a bit wobbly in terms of creating a foundation for your business and moving forward on an idea, I really recommend checking out our guided journal, which is called Bedside Business Plan, and it contains over 100 different questions and prompts to help you essentially journal your business plan. So there's 13 sections, and it covers everything from your why and your vision as an entrepreneur to your finances, your business model, your marketing, your brand, your customers, etc. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll pop the link to our guided journal down below, and then also I will pop a link to our blog, bedsidebusinessplan.com/blog, where we have a ton of awesome free resources and content to help you get started on your business idea and make the transition from employee to entrepreneur.